Long one down, looking for Mikey Mackey. Under pressure from Mark O'Loughlin. Loughlin got a hurley to it, but Mackey's there looking to win it back for Adare, and he's done a good job. Hand on the back. Adare fans are chanting for it. There's nothing coming from Johnny Murphy though. It's going to be a sideline cut, and it's going to be another chance for John Fitzgibbon. But given the conditions, Matt O'Callaghan, this is not a scoring chance, you'd have to think.
Yeah, Adare have to make the most of everything at this stage. Now, just getting back there, it was time for him to use a long poke out, because certainly the short poke out strategy has failed. Now he's taken the line ball and he has put it back to Charlie McCarthy.
Yeah, fine hook from Kevin O'Donnell on Charlie McCarthy. They're still looking to come up with possession. That's exactly what they've done. Ronan Connolly with the low ball across, looking for Andrew O'Connell. That inside in the full forward line. It's flicked away by Philip O'Loughlin, and it's eventually cleared by Aaron Costello. It's a poor one from Costello, and a chance now for Mike Mackey. He was being implored to go for a goal. Mackey takes the correct option. Matt may have been on, may not have been, but took the safe option, tapped it over the bar. 2 points in it once more.
Yeah, he took the safe option, but you would have to say, and we have 25 plus minutes of this half gone, it was the first mistake that the Kilmallock defence have made, because they have been flawless in finding their men. Now we have a free for Adare. It's a free that is scoreable, even though it's just inside the Kilmallock half, but it's one with a strong breeze that you would have to be nailing in the circumstances, and it looks as if this Willie Griffin is coming out to take it.
Yeah, Willie Griffin has come a long way, right out, bang smack in the middle of the park to take this one. And just looking at the flags here at the near sideline, the wind does appear to be swirling. It's very hard to judge. We've seen that throughout this first half for both teams, it has to be said. Griffin has nailed this one though. It's a fine score, and all of a sudden, Matt, there's only one between them, 7 points to 6.
Yeah, certainly a better complexion on the scoreboard there now. 2 and 2 minutes for Adare, but Willie Griffin absolutely nailed that one. It was an excellent free because it was from distance. Kilmallock are under a bit of pressure again. Kilmallock are under pressure because of the shot puck out, but I suppose to a certain degree you'll excuse them pucking it into that breeze. But they've won a free now, and Paddy O'Loughlin, who you must say has been very, very.
It was a miss-hit free from Paddy O'Loughlin, fell right into the hands of Charlie McCarthy. But McCarthy has had a couple of bad wides so far in this game. He went to aim it onto the right, but Matt, it was too far right. Went right through the wind, and another wide for Adare. And Barry Hennessy now in no rush to take this one.
Yeah, I think Charlie gave it too much air there now. That there are 3 opportunities, and I just saw him shaking his head there after striking that one. He'd be obviously disappointed because he's getting on ball and he's getting the chances, and he'll be very disappointed with his return.
Fine ball in there from Paddy O'Loughlin. That stage, only 2 Kilmallock defenders on Mark, and it's flicked away by Mark O'Loughlin. And it's Kilmallock now with Philip O'Loughlin out to Mark again, and he's gone down that left hand side, faced by Willie Griffin that stage, and he's been done for charging, Matt. It has to be said, the wrist was up, the arm was up into the head of Willie Griffin, but some would mention in a lot of players that would have hit their chest. Willie has taken advantage of his size there without question.
No, without question, there's nobody in this ground could argue with that decision. Even Mark O'Loughlin, I don't think could argue with it. It was a foul all day, but there was no intent in it, none whatsoever. It just that he went in high, and I suppose Willie Griffin is conceding a few inches to the big man from Kilmallock, so
he's kept it low again as Willie Griffin with this free, and again it's level here in Brough. 7 points apiece as we come to pretty much the end of this first half of this Bond Secures Limerick Senior Hurling Championship clash, round 1 clash, group 1 clash between Kilmallock and Adare here, brought to you live and exclusively on Limerick GA TV. 7 points apiece, a chance now, maybe a better angle for this sideline cut for John Fitzgibbon, Matt.
Yeah, and he'll be anxious to get off the mark. He's already had 2 line balls. He's already had a long range free, and they are scoring and John Fitzgibbon not being on the mark. We haven't seen that with a while, but we still have a long time to go. But this is from a different angle. It's from the right hand side as distinct from the left, and it'll be just interesting to see nail this one.
It's a fine strike from John Fitzgibbon. It's just as we said, it was definitely suited his style of striking more, and that's an excellent score. And more importantly for Adare, it's John Fitzgibbon's first point, but even more importantly than that, it's Adare back into the lead.
Yeah, it gives them something where we're coming up close to half time, and without wanting to tempt fate, it gives them something to cling to going in at half time. Now, they have scored the last 4 points. Now, albeit there's a couple of frees and there's a sideline in thrown in there, but at least they're getting into the chances, they're getting the scoring opportunities, and they're taking them.
Robbie Hanley now in possession for Kilmallock down this near side, looking for Jake Mulcahy with the flicked pass, but it's just too strong on that occasion for Jake Mulcahy, and it's going to be a sideline cut for Adare, and Frank Costello to take this one. In added time here at the end of this first half, Frank Costello to take the sideline cut for Adare. It's a fine cut from Costello straight into the middle of the field, but Robbie Egan is there for a Kilmallock point of view. Under pressure from John Fitzgibbon and Willie Griffin on that occasion. Should be Adare's ball. James Gann also in there for them, but it's Kilmallock to come out with the dirty ball. Indeed they don't. It's just a bit of a scrum there. It's eventually come out, and still neither side able to get control of it. And Johnny Murphy calls time on the first half here in Bruff. And at the end of this first half, Matt, it's Adare leading 8 points to 7. There's a little bit of a schmozzle just on the 65 as Johnny Murphy goes in to separate and sort it all out. But back to more important things. It's Adare back in front. It's Adare leading 8 points to 7. We've mentioned the strong breeze, Matt. It may not be enough for them, but more importantly from their point of view, they've gotten back into this game.
Yeah, like with 7 or 8 minutes to go to half time, it looked very, very gloomy for Adare. Like they were trailing by 7 points to 4. You'd be wondering where the next score was going to come from, or where the spark of inspiration was going to come from. But certainly they found a new gear in the closing minutes of the half there, and they've added the last 4 points without reply. Is 1 point enough with that breeze? No, I would say, but the breeze never won a game. You have to go out and do it, and I'm sure Brian Foley, when he'll get him in at half time, he will be exhorting him to do what they have been doing for the last 7 or 8 minutes. Like they really went for it, and like Kilmallock made 1 or 2 mistakes there at the back. They were punished for it, but certainly the advantage is with Kilmallock still. John Bruther will be very, very happy in the dressing room, having played against that breeze. But we see the games that the breeze is playing, because Charlie McCarthy on another day would definitely have 3 points, because we're standing right here behind him, and like he tried the near post, and then he tried the far post, and now this is the second evening in a row. I was here last evening for Ballybrown and Knockcaney. That goal, the wind is playing all sorts of tricks. So I have no doubt from the first half Kilmallock will have taken note of that, and that they will be working to ensure that they don't fall into the same trap. Look, it's a decent game of hurling overall in the conditions. There's a good work rate, good intensity from both sides. I think it's a game that befits the county that are All Ireland champions. And it's their lead by a point, but I would say it's advantage Kilmallock.
8 points to 7, Adare lead Kilmallock here in Bruff. Join us for the second half shortly. Welcome back to Bruff GA here for the second half of this Bonsecure's Limerick Senior Hurling Championship first round clash between Adare and Kilmallock. And it's Adare on the attack straight away. But Kilmallock now in possession with Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien switches play looking for Graham Mulcahy. Mulcahy gets a flick to it and it's to Oisín O'Reilly. Excellent bit of skill by O'Reilly, looking to find Mulcahy, but brilliant defending from Declan Hannon, but it's going to be a free into Kilmallock. A mistake by Ronan Connolly. Threw the ball up and caught it, and it's going to be Michael Houlihan to take this one. Fine strike from Houlihan, and we're back level again here in Bruff. 8 points apiece between Adare and Kilmallock. And Matt, just like the start of the first half, we start with a Michael Houlihan free.
Yeah, I suppose that one was a little bit easier, and he allowed for the wind or whatever games was it's playing down there at that goal. But he nailed it comfortably. Now we can see where the puck out is going, and we have Jake Mulcahy, and it looks as if Kilmallock are in the lead.
9 points to 8 lead now for Kilmallock. A low puck out by PJ Hall, intercepted by Mulcahy. Mulcahy then pops this one over for his second point of the game. And it's Adare working the ball short out again with Ronan Connolly. Inside to Declan Hannon. Hannon goes long, but it's a low one looking for Mark Connolly. If Connolly can get this into his hand, he can cause danger. And that's exactly what he's done. Under pressure from Mark O'Loughlin, he has the free advantage. And eventually Johnny Murphy blows that up. But that's definitely been the way into this game for Adare. The low ball into the forwards. And if they can isolate Willie Griffin and Mark Connolly on their respective cornerbacks, Matt, there could be some advantage to that for Adare.
Yeah, certainly, but the trick will be to get the ball into him then, certainly they weren't terribly successful at in the first half, and very often when they did, Kilmallock were able to deal with it. But we have a leveler here now, Willie Griffin. It's 9 points apiece. So look, we just have to see how the game will evolve from here.
Yeah, no problem with that one for Willie Griffin as Barry Hennessy gets us back underway here in Bruff. It's over on that far side, and it's won by Charlie McCarthy for Adare. Plays the ball back to Frank Costello, and it's just too high for Willie Griffin. Good work from Aaron Costello there. Doesn't get the ball up at the first attempt or the second attempt, and the hand pass isn't great to Mark O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin under pressure from both Willie Griffin and Mark Connolly, and still it's Benny Burke. It's a low one from Benny Burke. It's good touch initially, but Adare having a chance. It's good work from John Fitzgibbon, but it's Aaron Costello who eventually wins it back for Kilmallock. The toing and froing there in the Kilmallock defence. It's Jake Mulcahy now. He's got Robbie Hanley free in the middle. Hanley's going to have a strike at this one, and that's straight over the black spot or the red spot here in Bruff, and that puts Kilmallock back into the lead.
It does, and it's a very well worked point by Kilmallock, well worked out of defence. Again, they were patient, came to Robbie Hanley, he allowed for the breeze and popped it over.
Andrew O'Connell now takes that pass from Declan Hannon. It's another shot from Charlie McCarthy. It's straight into Barry Hennessy though, and Hennessy plays this one low to Robbie Egan. It's Egan now, looks back to Paddy O'Loughlin. All the way out to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell plays this one low. Jake Mulcahy. Good challenge from Frank Costello. And John Fitzgibbon helping him out as well. And it's going to be a free for Adare. Good work from both John Fitzgibbon and Frank Costello. And it's going to be a long range effort here. And Matt, maybe just that bit far out for John Fitzgibbon maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit far out. Well, he's prepared to take a shot, and he has found James Gahan in an advanced position, who moves it back into David O'Mahony. And
so it's O'Mahony with this shooting chance. It's tail to the right and wide on this occasion. It was probably too far for John Fitzgibbon. It was well worked in the end by Adare, but the shot has gone to the right. And we're up to 10 wides now for Adare. 9 of them coming in that first half. As Barry Hennessy launches this one down, looking for Jake Mulcahy, but it's James Gann who wins possession on the rebound. But he's dispossessed by Robbie Hanley. Comes back to Paddy O'Loughlin. Paddy O'Loughlin with an absolutely outstanding strike, and Kilmallock's lead is back to 2 points. Excellent score from O'Loughlin to back up that earlier one in the half from Robbie Hanley, and it's Robbie Egan on the run here again for Kilmallock. He's overcarried, according to referee Johnny Murphy. Ran into 2 or 3 Adare defenders, ran into no man's land really there. But Matt, we've just seen 2 outstanding scores in the opening stages of the second half.
Yeah, Paddy isn't afraid to have a pot, and we saw that today in Innis when he came up and had a pot against Clare. It was a well struck shot, and I suppose Kilmallock's shooting in this second half, they've got 3 points already. It probably nails the line that we thought that the wind might have been playing tricks with Adare in the first half, but certainly it doesn't seem to be troubling Kilmallock yet anyway.
Yeah, it's a low ball out to the sideline looking for Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell was unable to get possession. Let's come back to John Fitzgibbon. That's an ambitious one from Fitzgibbon. It's not even going to go away. The wind took hold of that one, and Aaron Costello forced to play this under pressure from Willie Griffin. Costello plays it across to Barry Hennessy, and Hennessy a low one to Mark O'Loughlin. Kilmallock continuing to persevere with this, playing the ball slowly, and they're very, very deliberately out of defence before they go long, and it's Mark O'Loughlin long looking for Russian O'Reilly. Danger man is Russian O'Reilly, and he's got time and space. Shooting opportunity for Russian O'Reilly, and that's another point for Kilmallock, and a fine score from Russian O'Reilly. 12 points to 9 they lead now after nearly 7 minutes of this second half. Of course, this game brought to you on Limerick GA TV. The first round of the Bonsecours Limerick Senior Hurling Championship, first round clash, as we said, in Group 1, the first Group 1 game of this weekend, the opening weekend, and it's Andrew O'Connell now winning possession for Adare right in front of us here in the stand in Bruff, but good work from Philip O'Loughlin, and Graham Mulcahy now with it, gives it to Aaron Costello. John Fitzgibbon and Mike Mackey converge on Aaron Costello. He's been adjudged to have thrown the ball by Johnny Murphy, Matt, but it's good work from Adare. It's good
work from Adare in closing him down, and I don't think there can be any doubt about that free either. I think it was a throw all day, but Aaron Costello was muddled up. But Aaron Costello is working so hard. He was involved in blocking 2 different Adare players there in that movement. Like he's real terrier-like when it comes to defending, and very safe. Apart from the ball he misdirected in the first half, he's having a fine game down there. But I wonder why Kilmallock aren't going a bit longer and use the pace of Oisin O'Reilly and the skill of Graham Mulcahy inside in the full forward line and get it into him as quickly as possible.
Fine strike from John Fitzgibbon on this occasion. It's going to stay in, is it? Well kept in by Mark Connolly, but Kilmallock defence get a flick to it, and away they come with Paddy O'Loughlin. In fact, that's Mark O'Loughlin. Mark O'Loughlin now decides to go short, but it's a poor one from Mark O'Loughlin looking for Dan Joy, and it's John Fitzgibbon in possession again. Looking at his options, Fitzgibbon, he's found a great ball down this right hand side to Andrew O'Connell. O'Connell unable to take possession of it, but Matt, we've had 2 subs there while John Fitzgibbon was taking that free. We've Owen Ryan and Wayne McNamara, the evergreen Wayne McNamara, on for Kilmallock, and then they're on for David O'Mahony and James Gann. Kind of a reflection of how dominant Kilmallock have been in midfield. Yeah,
absolutely, and Wayne McNamara flew in the last day or two to play in the game, because he's abroad for 12 months at the moment in Saudi Arabia, I think, working. But fair credit to him, it gives you a sense of his commitment to the cause of Adare, and certainly the fact that they hadn't him for the full 60 minutes, like, because Wayne McNamara is a huge leader. He was that for Limerick, and what he brings to Adare, apart from his hurling, his leadership qualities, like we spoke about Gavin O'Mahony, Wayne would be in the same category. Willie Griffin has missed a scoreable free.
Yeah, a very, very scoreable free for Willie Griffin there. The ball didn't just come up right for him, and he kind of had to take a swing he wouldn't have liked in it, as Adare make another sub. It's Andrew O'Connell who's left, and it's Shane O'Connor that's on, wearing number 21. A huge poke out by Barry Hennessy looking for Robbie Egan. It's going to be mopped up there by Frank Costello for Adare. It's Costello now under pressure by a couple of defenders. He's fouled, or by a couple of Kilmallock attackers I should say. He's been fouled, And Declan Hannon takes this one quickly, and it's got a flick to it from Paddy O'Brien. He saw what was happening, and it's Paddy O'Brien now trying to come away with it, but it's Owen Ryan lost the ball, then wins it back for Adare, and it's straight to Shane O'Connor. Shooting chance now for Adare. It's tailed to the right and wide, and it's Charlie McCarthy once again. And Charlie McCarthy, Matt O'Callaghan, is not having the best of days in front of goal.
No, certainly it isn't his day. On another day, he would have possibly 3-4 points got. And we have a shot puck out here now from Kilmallock. And
it's Kevin O'Donnell in possession, under pressure, it has to be said, by Charlie McCarthy. He hasn't been dissuaded by missing those 4 chances. But it's Paddy O'Loughlin still in possession. He goes back to Kevin O'Donnell on that far side. He's faced by John Fitzgibbon, can't get the block in. But he did enough, put O'Donnell under enough pressure to force a poor enough pass, and Jody Hannon easily mops up. It's Owen Ryan now for Adare. Back out to Jody Hannon. Hannon decides to go low, straight down. It's Shane O'Connor now. It's a good touch from O'Connor into his handle. Gets the ball away quickly, and it's Wayne Mack now for Kilmallock. Out to John Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon looking to deliver a good ball. That's Mark Connolly in space. Benny Burke is trying to get over him to as quickly as can. May not be the best approach, but Burke has done well. He flicked the ball away as Connolly tried to take the ball into his body, and as Barry Hennessy now comes away with it off to Philip O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin has time and space, and he goes long and high with it. It's over the head of Wayne McNamara, and it's Graham Mulcahy chasing this one. Mulcahy can't get to it. Wayne McNamara looked to have got a foot to it. Indeed, Mikey Brown, the linesman, has decided it was Graham Mulcahy that hit it last. And it's going to be a sideline cut for Adare, and it's taken quickly by Declan Hannon to his brother Jody. Jody Hannon now under pressure from Oisin O'Reilly, leaves the ball off. And good has to be said, good attacking defending, if you want to call it that, from Kilmallock. And it's Robbie Egan is pulled back by Wayne McNamara. A needless free, but it's the absolute defending from the front that has won that free for Kilmallock.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a free now that were Michael Houlihan to put it over, and I don't want to put the commentators cursing him or anything like that, were he to put it over, it would put Kilmallock 4 points clear, and certainly it would present Adare with an absolute mountain to climb at this stage because of the elements, and you get a sense that Kilmallock are incrementally building up what is a winning lead, and like were he to put this over, as I said, at 4 points, what we have nearly 12 minutes gone in the second half. We've over 12 minutes actually. He nailed it.
Fine strike from Michael Houlihan there, and that's Kilmallock's lead to 4 points now, 13 points to 9. They lead there after just over nearly 13 minutes, I should say, of the second half of this Limerick Senior, the Bonsecours Limerick Senior Hurling Championship first round Group 1 clash between Adare and Kilmallock. Adare led 8-7 at half time, but Kilmallock have used the wind breeze to the very, very strong breeze, that has to be said here in Bruff, to their advantage. And it's them that lead now with Mark Connolly on the attack for Adare. It's a poor ball back. Wayne McNamara is looking to get it for Adare. It's McNamara in possession. Brilliantly dispossessed. A fine challenge by Benny Burke. It's a wild pull from Wayne McNamara. Referee Johnny Murphy is the judge that's on the ball, and Jake Mulcahy doubles on it for Kilmallock. Graham Mulcahy now looking to it. Mulcahy has it in his hand, and that always spells danger for a defence. He finds his brother Jake. There's room for Jake Mulcahy if he wants to run into it. He plays it short. He played it to Michael Houlihan. The pass was good, Matt, but the catch wasn't, and there was a goal scoring chance kind of begging for Kilmallock.
Yeah, the intention was good, although I thought Jake could actually have gone further himself. I thought was the play of it, but John, the game has degenerated somewhat. It isn't the quality that we had in the first half. I think the intensity has dropped. I suppose as time is going on, the ground is probably, and the conditions are energy sapping. There certainly have been, I suppose, more unforced errors in the last 10-12 minutes than there has been in the entire first half. Kilmallock look comfortable. But I think what would really spark this game into life now would be an Adare goal.
Well, you're not going to get it from this opportunity. It's Jake Mulcahy lining up a sideline cut here over on that far side. We saw John Fitzgibbon score one from pretty much the same area in the first half, but as good a strike as it was from Mulcahy, it didn't threaten a goal, and it's Adare looking to come away with possession now. Owen Ryan with the pass, and away they come. It's David Connolly with the pass out here. And it's a fine strike down. Looking for the run of Shane O'Connor on that occasion. But Mark O'Loughlin happy to leave that one run out over the sideline. And for a sideline cut, he plays the ball back to brother Philip. Adare have another sub on. It's number 20, John McSweeney, who's on the field for Adare. We'll check with Matt in a moment or so about who's gone off. I think it may be Ronan Connolly that's left. As Oisin O'Reilly now looking to win possession. Good work in defence though from Adare, and it's going to be a free out. Foul on Frank Costello, I think it was, that was fouled there. In fact, it wasn't. It was Ronan Connolly who seems to have moved back into the full back line. And Declan Hannon takes this one. It's Sean Hogan that we think has been taken off. In fact, we'll get that confirmed in a couple of minutes. It's going to be a sideline cut just on this near side for Adare. It's John Fitzgibbon to take. 13 points to 9, that Kilmallock lead here with nearly 16 minutes played in the second half in Bruff. Fitzgibbon now goes across field. It's blocked on it. Paddy O'Brien did well to get a block on that. And Adare now looking, it's Wayne Mack on the run. It's Wayne Mack now under pressure from Dan Joy. He leaves it off with a hand pass to Willie Griffin. Griffin has Declan Hannon outside him. Hannon shooting chance for the Limerick captain. That's straight over the bar. And from Adare's point of view, Matt O'Callaghan, they'll be hoping that's an inspirational score.
Hopefully, of course, it's an inspirational score, and I suppose it was the right man that got on the end of it, and like Declan Hannon definitely nailed it. It looks as if there's another sub, and it looks as if Charlie McCarthy has gone off now and has been replaced by...
A goal chance here for Kilmallock. Dangerous ball pulled across down near the Kilmallock, or near the Adare goal, and it's cleared by Frank Costello, but it's Robbie Egan now in possession for Kilmallock. Egan with a shooting chance. It's straight in front of the goals, and there's only one outcome on that occasion for Kilmallock, and that's another point for them, and it's 14 points to 10 they lead now here in Bruff. And Matt, just every time that Adare threatened to get back into it, Kilmallock had just have enough to tap over another point, keep the distance at 3 or 4 points at all times in the last 10 or so minutes.
They seem to be quite happy to do that at this point. Adare made another substitute there, and Lucas O'Brien, he came on for Charlie McCarthy. So certainly Brian Foley is ringing the changes over there. He has that makes 4 subs in a short space of time. Look, I think at this point Kilmallock are comfortable, and as you mentioned there in commentary, like they're just happy to tap them over when Adare get something they're happy to respond. I have a sense that Oisin O'Reilly is getting on a lot more ball. Could certainly spell danger for Adare, because you know Oisin, when he bears down and goal at pace, and he's gone looking for the ball, and he's on it right now.
So O'Reilly in possession for Kilmallock, a blatant throw on that occasion, looking for the hand pass to Jake Mulcahy, but referee Johnny Murphy has said that he's thrown. It's going to be a free, and you get the feeling, Matt, that Adare probably need a goal maybe to get back into this to have any chance of winning this game, and this could be the opportunity with a Declan Hannon free. He's decided to go short and go low with it. It's over to Lucas O'Brien on the run. Excellent pace from Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets a flick to it, happy to put it out over the sideline, averts any danger that could have been coming, and it's going to be John Fitzgibbon to take for Adare.
Yeah, John Fitzgibbon is rushing over to take this one. I'm sure he's going to put this in around the danger area. I don't know why they are not getting the ball in around the danger area at every possible opportunity, but they're getting, even in the first half, they got very little change in that.
It's another fine strike from John Fitzgibbon, but it's gone to the right and wide on this occasion, and it's another wide for Adare. 12 wides for Adare, Matt O'Callaghan confirms, and it's Adare in possession again though. As David Connolly plays it, looking for Wayne McNamara, but it's going to be Ronan Connolly that comes away with it to Declan Hannon. Hannon plays a lovely low ball, but it's well intercepted and well read by Paddy O'Loughlin. He was looking for Willie O'Griffin. That's Paddy O'Loughlin, some excellent play from the Kilmallock number 6, and he's still in possession and gets the hand pass away. Brilliant from O'Loughlin to Jake Mulcahy, up to Robbie Hanley. Lovely bit of skill from Hanley. Does he have the finish to go with it? And just as we saw so many times in the first half, Matt, the dreaded left or right strike falls a foul of the players once more. Robbie Hanley, one of the best strikers on the field, he can't work it out. Charlie McCarthy couldn't work it out. John Fitzgibbon couldn't work it out. The anomaly of the wind and Bruff.
So you're concluding, John, that it can be worked out?
I'm not saying that at all, Matt. I'm saying we still haven't found an answer.
Ask Einstein, I'd say.
No, if Einstein could fix the wind problems here in Bruff, but we'll give it a chance anyways. Paddy O'Brien strikes this one. Can Paddy O'Brien be the man to solve the breeze conundrum here in Bruff this evening? It's a long range effort for Paddy O'Brien. He's gone high with this one. It looks to be gone to over the bar, and it's Paddy O'Brien. Maybe he's the problem solver. An excellent free by Paddy O'Brien stretches Kilmallock's lead to 5 points, and Matt O'Callaghan, it's a long way back for Adare, you have to think now.
It is, and to solve the conundrum, I think we'll have to have a chat with Paddy after and ask him how is it done, and I'm sure Adare would love to know what his secret is.
It's back in possession now, and it's Adare with it, with Jody Hannon. Low strike upfield from Jody Hannon. Again, it's Paddy O'Loughlin. He's been everywhere for Kilmallock in the first half, and of course in the second half, Kevin O'Donnell is capable of scoring from inside his own half. On this occasion, it's gone to the left and wide. We won't make any more comments about that left-hand side goal here to our left-hand side in Bruff. And that's where the wind is going. It's PJ Hall with this puck out. He's gone low again. It's a 50-50 ball. Frank Costello did well to get a hurley to that ahead of Paddy O'Brien, but Kilmallock looked to be coming up with this one. It's Graham Mulcahy battling hard, but it's Adare coming away with it in the end, and it's Frank Costello. Low pass looking for Lucas O'Brien, but Robbie Egan's there. Not fouled by Declan Hannon according to the ref, and it's a shooting chance for Dan Joy, and it's gone to that dreaded left-hand side once more. Another wide for Kilmallock, but it's them that lead 15-10 against Adare, with just nearly 22 minutes played in the second half of this Bon Secours Limerick Senior Hurling Championship first round clash in Group 1 between Kilmallock and Adare. It's Kilmallock on top now as we enter the final 6 or 7 minutes here in Bruff. And it's going to be a free for Adare. Mark Connolly makes a run, Declan Hannon delivers, but it's been blown back. It seems there's a bit of hassle here between Jake Mulcahy and Wayne McNamara. What you do about nothing. Maybe a butt of a hurley, Matt, but I didn't quite catch it. I was following Declan Hannon's delivery.
I think we'd call it handbags, possibly. But I suppose we have to mention the performance of Paddy O'Loughlin. I think
he's been absolutely outstanding.
Absolutely outstanding at centre half-back. But when you reflect on it, what a year it has been for Paddy O'Loughlin. An All-Ireland medal, I suppose, on the extended panel, a Fitzgibbon Cup medal, National League medal, now very much part of John Kiley's plans, and we can see here an absolutely crucial cog on the Kilmallock team. He has dominated there at centre half-back, and he's a big, strong man that is able to use his strength fairly and squarely.
There's a long puck out from Barry Hennessy. Michael Houlihan was first to it, but I'm not sure what Johnny Murphy's given it. Looked to be given a free out. He's given a free in instead. Michael Houlihan fouled as he went out to collect that puck out. It's going to be a free that he will take himself, and you would imagine it's going to be a score for Kilmallock. The way Michael Houlihan has struck his frees, he's been flawless so far this evening in Bruff. And this one straight in front, 35 metres out despite the breeze down that end. It's a relatively easy strike from Michael Houlihan. It's Kilmallock now into a 16 points to 10 lead. They need goals and they need them quickly here in Bruff. Puck out from PJ Hall, finds Lucas O'Brien here in front of us, but brilliant work from Philip O'Loughlin. Dan Joy then picks up the pieces for Kilmallock into Jake Mulcahy. He's got Kevin O'Donnell on his outside. O'Donnell won't be shy in shooting, decides to give a ball in, and he's looked for Houlihan. And a chance now for Michael Houlihan, faced by Jody Hannon. He steps onto his left hand side and he's rounded Jody Hannon. Chance for Michael Houlihan. Can't catch it again, he doesn't need to. An absolutely fantastic strike from Michael Houlihan. Puts Kilmallock 7 points clear, and that's excellent forward play, man.
Yeah, and you would have to say Kilmallock at this stage are off to a winning start in the current championship. They just kept their noses in front there, and it looks now as if they're going to try and kill the game off. But I suppose there's tired legs out there from both sides at this stage, and it looks to me as if the door is almost shut in Adare, but you can never say never. 2 goals could change it, but it needs 2 goals now instead of 1.
Some excellent defending down by Benny Burke. It was Shane O'Connor's delivery looking for Mark Connolly. Couldn't gain control of the ball though. And Benny Burke just shepherded it out. He showed his strength, showed his composure, and it's Barry Hennessy gets us back underway. Fine pucker from Hennessy, right into the paw of Jake Mulcahy. Back to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell launches one. It's a fine strike from Kevin O'Donnell, but that's gone to the left and wide yet again. As Kilmallock look to be heading almost certain, unless a miracle, it has to be said, that Adare need in the last few minutes. Ball played up the line there by McSweeney. Finds Mark Connolly. He's gone out over the sideline with it though. And it's going to be a sideline ball. And Willie Griffin looks like coming out to take this. It'll be flicked out by a Kilmallock hurley according to Johnny Murphy, and a chance for Willie Griffin to take this one and reduce Kilmallock's lead to 6 points.
Kilmallock have made a substitution there. It looks as if Kevin O'Donnell has gone off on the far side of the field. I'm trying to see who came on there. Somebody has come on there. We'll pick it up in a second, but it is definitely Kevin O'Donnell that has gone off.
It's Willie Griffin's free. It was a fine strike from Griffin. It's hit a post, falls to Hannon with a shot, and it's over the bar. And Adare probably needed that one to go into the back of the net. Hannon unable to keep it down when it's a point. It's his second point. And 6 points now between the sides, 17 points to 11. Willie Griffin's free, hitting the post. There's a Kilmallock man down injured. Just waiting to confirm that substitution as well for Kilmallock. We actually think here in the commentary area it's a substitution that just came onto the field for Kilmallock. That's down. Well, the Kilmallock man is okay. We're just waiting to confirm who it is. It was Aaron Costello that was down. In fact, that wasn't. It's Gavin O'Mahony. Yeah, it's Gavin O'Mahony that's come onto this Kilmallock team for Kevin O'Donnell. Just couldn't see from her vantage point here in Brough. In the stand is Graham Mulcahy now in possession. Shooting chance for Mulcahy. And that's another point for Graham Mulcahy. His third of this afternoon. 18 points to 11 to Kilmallock and Matt. We mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. They're sailing to the first round victory here.
Yeah, they're just picking off their scores now. They'll be mindful of this at this stage, like that they have another big game coming up this evening week, which will be going out live again on Limerick TV, Limerick GA TV against Doon, and you would expect like that, irrespective of how Doon go with Patricksville tomorrow, that they will present Kilmallock with a much stiffer challenge.
Phelan O'Reilly, who initially won that free, he's on the Kilmallock side as well, wearing number 19. But there was an offence, maybe a bit of back chat, we're not sure, but Johnny Murphy threw the ball in. Either way, it's going to be a sideline cut for Adare as we enter the dying embers of this second half. Just over 28 minutes gone here in Brough. It's a comfortable scenario for Kilmallock at the moment. They have a 7-point lead as we enter the final stages. It's been a very impressive second half performance, albeit with the strength of the breeze. They've certainly used it better than Adare did in the first half. The wides that Adare hit, all 9 of them in the first half, coming back to haunt them definitely. It's going to be a long range free now for Kilmallock as Michael Houlihan's gone all the way over just in front of the Adare dugout to take this one. It's a fine strike from Houlihan, and it's another effort from Houlihan, but this time it's gone to the left and wide. It's blotted his perfect copybook, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely, but he'd be excused for that one because it was on the 65, right on the touchline, so it was a very awkward angle, but there wasn't much depending on it, so it looks as if it's over as a contest. We know where the points are. They're going back to the Balbec. It's just a question of what will be the final margin. We have a bit of a shamazzle here in the middle.
It's come away. It's Mulcahy that wins it back for Kilmallock. Takes it out. That shamazzle well blocked down by Declan Hannon, but it's Mulcahy on the run. And another excellent hook by Declan Hannon. And it's Shane O'Connor now in possession. Back to Hannon again. Hannon with the strike. He's fouled in fact by Philip O'Loughlin. Philip O'Loughlin protests his innocence. Seems to be being a 50-50 call, but Johnny Murphy's going to bring it in from where the ball landed. Drops it then, it's Willie Griffin to take. Adare need a goal, and they need two of them really, but they need one certainly from this play, you'd imagine. And Willie Griffin now.
That was a homey play of innocence, certainly from Philip O'Loughlin. Willie Griffin, he has to lob it in around the house.
He's decided to strike this one, Willie Griffin. He struck it over the bar, 6 points between it. That might have been the reason, Matt. They need 2 goals, and they needed that point as well. But it's 18-12 now in favour of Kilmallock, as we are deep enough into injury time, just into the first minute of injury time, I should say. It's a sharp puck out to Dan Joy. It's a ploy that Kilmallock have used throughout this game. They've used it very well. It's Benny Burke now. Poor enough hand pass from Burke though into the middle. Owen Ryan trying to win possession back for Adare. He's done well to get the ball up. And it's Jody Hannon now for Adare. Gives it to Declan. Declan Hannon now under, in fact that's Wayne Mack, under severe pressure by Phelan O'Reilly. He's been fouled. And Wayne Mack leaves it to Declan Hannon. And Hannon strikes it out to this side. Again, it's well read by Paddy O'Loughlin. Was that just that bit too high for Paddy O'Loughlin? But his idea was right. He saw what was coming yet again, Matt.
Yeah, he absolutely read the situation from his county colleague Declan Hannon. Read it to perfection. But for Paddy that it went out over the line, and it is a line ball to Kilmallock. We are absolutely in the dying embers of this game. I suspect Johnny Murphy is getting ready to blow it up any second now.
A fine strike. Michael Howland did well to protect himself and in the end win the ball. It's a fiercely struck sideline cut there from Philip O'Loughlin. We've over a minute played of injury time. There's another Kilmallock substitute enters. That's Liam English. It's going to be a free for Adare. That's Wayne McNamara that takes this one. He's looking for Lucas O'Brien over on that far side. He's under pressure from Gavin O'Mahony. It's Lucas O'Brien, does well to get a strike on it. That's over the head of Philip O'Loughlin. John Fitzgibbon has to go for goal. He did go for goal. The shot's too high. It brings Kilmallock's lead back to 5 points. 18 points to 13 now. But with nearly 2 minutes. It's full time here in Bruff. Been a comfortable victory for Kilmallock. 18 points to 12. They've won this game, the first round of the Limerick Senior, the Bon Secours Limerick Senior Hurling Championship. First game of Group 1, Matt. We see the other two tomorrow. We've Doon versus Patrick's Well, we've the Piershick versus South Liberties, but Kilmallock have had their game first. They've laid down a marker tonight.
They have, and they'll be satisfied going out of here. Job done, and I suppose we reflected on it at half-time when we felt that they had the groundwork certainly laid in the first half, playing into those elements and only trailing by a point at half-time. It was very, very hard to see, judging on the first half performance, where they were going to pull it back. Now, definitely, no question about it, the first half, there was much better quality hurling in it in the first half than there was in the second half. A lot of unforced errors in the second half, but the conditions have deteriorated, and it's raining quite heavy out there now, and made it difficult. And Adare will go away disappointed with the result. Kilmallock, obviously, you win, you're happy. You lose, you're disappointed, but there is such a quick turnaround in this competition. John, 7 days' time, Kilmallock will be facing into playing Doon here, and I think they have a date with South Liberties. Now, the South Liberties game now for Adare is going to take on absolutely massive importance next weekend. Obviously, the wind was a factor, and at the risk of being repetitive, but certainly Adare's shooting left them down. Like, they were well into double figures in terms of wides, and they'll be disappointed with that. And their conversion rate, you can't put it all down to the elements, but you can put a certain amount of it. But a disappointing day for Adare. Job done for Kilmallock. They obviously know that they will have to improve for the tougher tasks that are ahead, and there are a couple of tougher tasks ahead. There's no easy game in this group, John, and that's why the championship is structured as it is. So every 2 points is critical, but Kilmallock will be glad to be off to a winning start.
That's all from us here in Bruff. Join us again on Limerick GAA TV soon for more live action.